Can't be too loud. The ones who book so hard as perfect as they can be. All of my time imagining. Oh, not the hair doing something weird. Sorry about her. Hey guys, I am here and back. I'm doing my makeup. I'm finna spend the whole day in the house. I mean, basically I've stayed in the house all day. It's like 5 o'clock right now. Yeah, it's 5:30. It's kind of like my second day of my period, so I'm staying in the house because I'm in pain. It's like the second morning. Like I got my period in the afternoon like yesterday. You know that morning, that first morning of your period, it's just so terrible. So I stayed in the bed all morning and now I'm up. I'm up. And so I was like, might as well try to look decent through the day. I'm gonna do like a little reading vlog. I'm going to be reading Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller because I've heard so much about it. So I'm finally reading the book. I had this on in my last video. I just threw it back on just to do my makeup because you know you never want to wear something good when you do your makeup. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But you know there's washing machines. I got that book in my last reading vlog. So if you guys want to check that out, you guys should go check it out and see the little vlog. That was like one of my first, I don't know how I'm doing so far, but we're rolling with the punches. But yeah, I have my period. It's the first kind of full day and I'm in pain. I'm in a lot of pain and I'm bloated. So like basically I'm dying. I was like, okay, drag yourself out of bed because at least you can do your makeup and then you'll be cute dying and bloated, you know? Which one would you rather pick? I'd rather pick neither, but as a woman, we have to pick, so that's fun. I'm gonna do my makeup and look decent. Also because I have to film the outro from that previous video because it's been a few days and I haven't filmed the outro. So sorry about it. And I want to film other videos today, but I will not put that on me. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I need some new makeup brushes, guys. Look at this. I read the book Pet and I read These Violent Delights and I also read The Elf King in that last reading vlog. So if you guys want to see that, you guys can go see that. It ought to be fun. I want to edit all my videos by Friday, like all the videos for the next couple of weeks by Friday because I've been filming. I want to edit all of them by Friday so that I don't have to worry about it if like my work schedule gets really busy. I haven't had a job in like 6 months and it's not because I got it like that. No, it's because the job market is shit and we all know that. So I haven't had a job in 6 months. And almost 6 months because this is June, so almost 6 months. I stopped working on my last job in January because it was like a temporary position and they did me really dirty. It was a Barnes and Noble's job and they did me really dirty. Like they were supposed to tell us that we weren't scheduled or that like, you know, our last week or so. I don't know if that's like they have to, but it would have been common courtesy to do so that we can then start looking for other jobs because people have things to do. They're always making noise upstairs. But yeah, you know, they have bills to pay, so it would have been like common courtesy just to be like, hey, you know, next week or the next 2 weeks are your last weeks. No, they just didn't put us back on the schedule. And then we all the temporary hires for the holidays had to find out, oh, we're not coming back after January whatever, right? So they suck for that. And that's why I have a little beef with Barnes & Noble. I'm gonna still go shop there because that's like one of the only bookstores near me, and near me is like an understatement because it's like 2 bus rides to go to like each Barnes & Nobles. Like I have maybe 3 Barnes & Nobles that are close enough to be close to me, but each of those Barnes & Nobles that are close to me are 2 bus rides away. So I have no choice but to go there. You know what I mean? There's not really a lot of independent bookstores around me, so I have to go to Barnes & Nobles. That is besides the point. But I worked there. I met some people. I don't talk to them anymore just because I kind of just left the Barnes & Nobles. I didn't go back. Like I left one shift and didn't go back after I found out that they were trying to do us dirty. I don't regret it. The manager was petty as hell. He was a grown ass man, probably in his late 20s, early 30s, and he was just being weird and childish. And I remember my first day. It was my first day. It was the first day of training. I was there for like maybe 4 hours and everybody was introducing me around. They put me in a room. I did training. They left me there by myself. I did the stuff and then I sat there for an extra hour because no one told me like what to do after. Like it was just like a secluded room in like the front of the store and like nobody else was in there. So I sat in there for an hour. I was like, oh, are they gonna come? Do I go out? Like I didn't know what to do. Like do I leave the room unattended? I don't know. Nobody told me nothing. It was really bad management, honestly. That was fun. Then finally somebody came in and she was like, nobody told you like what to do next, like to go out? I was like, no, they just put me here and left me here. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna go get them and let them know because they shouldn't be doing that. She goes get them, they come, then like they show me around the store essentially. I knew kind of the store because I worked at a different store right there from the store. So I used to go there after work to go get books. and that kind of ruined my experience because that was a really pretty Barnes and Nobles. Like, it was so pretty. It had like a whole restaurant in it and everything, and I used to go there with my best friend. Like, when we used to meet up, we used to go to a Barnes and Nobles and just chill. But like, the experience is ruined now because I worked at that Barnes and Nobles, and I realized that management kind of wasn't it, you know what I mean? They showed me around, so then like the managers just leave me in the front. I don't know what the hell to do. So there's this girl, and she's just like, oh, are you new? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, let me show you around. So I'm like, I guess that's fine, because everybody else left me here. I was literally sitting in the front for 30 minutes, and it's different than the front where the register is. It was like a different area. It was like the customer service area, and people keep coming up to me asking me for help, and I'm like, I don't know, and there's nobody else there. So she came and she like led me away, thank God, and she's like showing me the books and the areas that like the mass market books are, and like where the romance books are. And she's like, oh, what are your favorite books? And I thought that was fine because everybody was asking me what my favorite books are. Like, even the manager, when I first started, he was like, what's your favorite book? Like, da da da, and they're going off in a rant. So then the manager, like the head manager, walks through, like, and I see him, and I make eye contact with him, and I nod at him. I'm like, hi. And he walks through, and he says nothing, and then he walks through again. Let me finish his eyebrow, because if I keep talking, I'm not gonna be able to do it. He walks through 3 times. Like, 3 times this man is walking past us as we're talking about her books. But she's also, it's not like we're just sitting there talking about her books. She's like showing me where the books are. Okay, this is like how it is organized, because everybody else was acting a fool. Like, all the managers were not doing what the managers were supposed to do. Like, there was one manager, but like he was like a assistant manager or a key holder or something like that, and he was like so busy because all the other managers were just like, I don't know where they were, but he was like running around. He was like, just give me a minute, I promise I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna come back. So she took me and she like showed me. But the main manager, which he should have been helping assistant manager, because main manager was just walking back and forth watching me. And so every time he walks past me, I just acknowledge him. I'm like, hi, or I'll nod at him and I'll look at him, or I'll make eye contact with him, because it's like, I don't have nothing to hide. I'm new here. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You should be showing me what I'm supposed to be doing. But he didn't. This is what we're doing because nobody else is giving me help. So she's helping me. I don't know if this is okay, if this is not, but nobody's saying nothing. He walked by 3 or 4 times and he said nothing. He comes over there and he's like, oh, so-and-so wants you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know who the so-and-so person is. So I just go up to the front because I'm new. It's my first day. I go up to the front and I'm like, is there like a so-and-so here? And they're like, oh yeah, she give her 1 minute, she just went around. So I'm just like, okay. So then I wait there for another 10 to 15 minutes, just sitting there waiting, and then she comes and she's like, oh, hi. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not Asian. She's like, oh, okay. And then she leads me away and she's like, oh, because so the main manager, he just thinks that you're talking a bit too much, so he wanted me to give you something to do. First of all, I just want to be 100% honest. If I'm talking, I'm a chitterbox sometimes, but like, I'm not like the type of person that's just talking because I don't know people, so I'm not gonna be talking like freely to people. I'm very introverted. I don't just talk to people, honestly. And I wasn't even really talking to the girl. I was just like nodding at what she was saying. And the only time I really said something to her is when she asked me what my favorite genre of book is, and I was like, oh, fantasy, sci-fi. And then when she asked me, oh, are you new here? And I was like, yeah. The other time she was talking, she was literally just talking to me like, oh, yeah, this is where this is and this is this. I'm like, yeah, I'm nodding, like processing it, taking it in. And then when she started talking about her favorite kind of books, she kind of went off in a rant, but like, I'm just nodding. I'm like, and then I also felt some type of way because I'm like, sir, you're the main manager. You walked by 3 times. If you felt like you were talking too much, all you really had to say was, all right, break it up, or something like that. Some like, you know what I mean? You didn't have to be like an ass about it, like, but you could have just been like, oh, Naija, can you come over here? Let me show you this. Because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So it's not like he could be like, oh, disperse and do what you got to do. I don't know what to do. This is my first day. Y'all aren't even training me. I went to the back, took some quizzes. I came out, sat in the front for like 30 minutes, and now she's showing me around. I don't know what to do. You could have showed me instead of sitting there going back and forth and watching us. Like, I don't know why you were watching us. I think he wanted us to be scared because he told us it was a temporary job, and because he was like, oh, this is temporary, but there's a chance that you might get hired at the end. So I think he wanted us to kind of be fearful and like kiss his ass, but I'm not that type. I'm sorry. I felt some type of way, and after that I really did not like him, and I tried to stay clear of him because I just felt like that was so immature. Like, you're a grown man, do that. And then she was like, and I just want you to, like, you know, do this because I don't want you to not be hired because it's a temporary position and, you know, you want to get hired at the end. I'm like, okay. What they had me do is she showed me a little bit and she was like, you just have to organize the whole entire kitchen section, like the whole like cookbooks and food section. I had to organize that whole entire section. If you know that section, like at the bookstore that I'm talking about, that section is huge. Like, and for somebody who just started working there, I would not have assigned that to somebody as someone who worked there. You know, once I started getting used to it, I was like the worst section because it's so crammed, and like the organization of that section is a little bit different from the rest of the store. So as somebody who worked there, and I see a new person, I wouldn't have assigned that to them. So I don't know if it was like a punishment type thing. He was like, just assign her the cookbook section or something, because she's like, I don't know why she's in here talking. And I told my therapist, because I'm in therapy, I told my therapist, like, I just I don't like this job. But like, I was so like sad about it, because I was like, I prayed for this job. I really wanted a job at Barnes & Nobles. First of all, you get the discount. I buy books every time I can. Like, every time there's a Barnes & Nobles in sight, I'm going to buy a book. So I was like, this is like a discount and whatever. It's fun. I thought it was going to be so fun just being around a bunch of other book people. And it was. But like, he ruined the experience from day one. Like, it was just bad. It was like, you could have handled that situation better. And then like, the training process fucking sucked, because guess what? I didn't even learn how to do the cash registers until like my last week there, and I didn't even know it was my last week. So I'm like, oh, it's worth it to learn it, you know what I mean? It is worth it to learn it. But I was there for like 3 months, 2.5 months. Is this really like how y'all are training your people? Only perks about working at that Barnes & Nobles is that I had like a free coffee a day, and I had a discount on books. It was the most boring job I've ever worked. They did not train the new hires, right? Even if you're seasonal, it is so good to like, it's better to just train people right, because it was during the holidays. It was like Christmas time, and so there was a big rush. And so whenever there were like lines and like not enough staff, they would be like, Nasia, can you go up? And I'm like, well, I'm not trained on the register. Nobody trained me. And they're like, they didn't train you? I'm like, no. And they're like, damn. So then they had to go and find somebody else, when you could have just trained everybody correctly and we wouldn't have to have this issue. So it was just weird. It was just so weird. So Barnes & Nobles was not my favorite job ever. I thought it would be, because I worked at a Barnes & Nobles before, but it was like a Barnes & Nobles education. So it was different in the sense that I was working at a school. But I thought like I would love working at like an actual Barnes & Nobles, because I worked at a Barnes & Nobles. I had experience in a Barnes & Nobles setting, though they're like two different things, like Barnes & Noble education and Barnes & Nobles the actual store. And like, you know, I just thought that I would love it. And I loved Barnes & Noble's education. I did not love Barnes & Noble's store working there. So I start this new job. I'm kind of scared, and I'm hoping for the best, because knowing me, I feel like it'll be fine. I do not plan to work there long term. I hopefully will not be working there when I start school again.
We should start calling you Cereal Monster.
Hey guys, I got my apple cinnamon oatmeal right here. I gotta mix the butter around. The Song of Achilles. I am finally reading this book after however long it's been trending, however long people have been talking about it. I finally got it. It's been in my cart for quite a while, and I don't know why I never bought it, but now I have it, and it's Pride Month, so let's get right into it. So I'm going to be doing that while I watch The Rookie. Y'all know that's my show recently. And I'm going to eat my oatmeal, and I'm going to be reading in this vlog just the whole thing of Song of Achilles, because
if we could run it, if we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could run it back, if we could run it, if we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could run it back? All of the things I didn't know, I had to get out down the road, inside of the same old, caught in the circles round they go. It's hard when you keep close, rewind with my eyes closed, might need a breather, get lost in the B-roll.
hey guys, my bangs are looking crazy because they just are. Let's act like we don't see them. I didn't use a straighten them. I didn't straighten them or fix them today. I literally just took off my bonnet. Like, we're gonna continue on with the day because I'm staying in the house and I'm reading. Okay, so as you guys know, this is a Song of Achilles vlog. So I am reading The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I'm on my phone because my camera is dead. I am on page 62. I'm not that far in, but I'm far enough in that I kind of like it. At first I did not like this book, and I was like, it's not giving. Like, the first chapter I was like, you know, but I'm going along with it, and I'm actually enjoying it now. So yeah, and I also ordered some Chinese food, and I'm gonna eat right now because I haven't eaten all day and it's like 6 o'clock. And that's because I slept all day. And then I have to edit later on tonight, so I won't be getting as much reading done as I would like, but I have to edit because it's been a week since I uploaded my last video, and I'm trying to stay consistent and do it like a week, so it probably won't be uploaded today, but it will be edited today and ready to upload by tomorrow morning, or like in the early hours of the morning, which I usually upload at like 2 o'clock in the morning, which I probably should stop. But yeah, it's gonna be ready, I promise. And this one is just a little bit late because yesterday was my sister's birthday, so we did party a little hard. I'm filming, I'm just not editing as quickly. Let's get to it. This is how we know it's an issue. I spilled that oil from the egg roll on my blankets. I have to wash my sheets tonight. I am currently about to make my thumbnail, and I just finished editing the video. It just finished rendering because I want to upload by the end of today. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm gonna try. I have like notifications, which is so odd to me. Guys, we're almost at 200. I know that is not a lot to some people, but that is a lot to me because I never had that amount of subscribers. So thank you for watching the videos and liking them, and hopefully we grow more. I'm sniffling and having breathing issues right now because of asthma, and in New York there's been like this cloud of smoke. The city has been orange. Today is like finally looking kind of normal, but for the like past 2 days it's been pretty bad, and the air quality has been really bad. So that's why, if you're wondering why I'm sniffling and sneezing, that is exactly why. I thought I would give you guys a cute little reading update. So right now I am currently uploading my video to YouTube. It's taking quite a minute, but no, we move. I'm also watching Bailey Sarian. Where's my laptop? I feel like I'm halfway or more than halfway through. I don't know. I'm on page 200 exactly. So, and it's 372 pages. So I'm very much so reading a book. I just read a spoiler. Very much so enjoying the book, but it is a little bit hard for me to enjoy the book when I've only had 3 hours of sleep. And that's because my sleep schedule has been shit. I'm trying to fix it because I start work on Sunday, and I just am trying to have a regular sleep schedule. Just please. So that's what we're doing right now. But yeah, I'm on page 200. It's really good so far, and I just really enjoyed the relationship and the romance between Achilles and Patroclus. He basically, in the book, like the people were talking, right, and he was just like, yeah, they've taken so much from me, I will not let them take this, meaning his relationship with Patroclus. So I love it. I'm here for it. It's just a few little weird things that happen in the book. I just don't want to like spoil it too much, but I feel like you guys should read it because there's some things happening in the book that are kind of weird. I feel like I can imply but not say. So with this, I can't say. Things have happened. So I've passed. So it's not like this is currently happening in the book, but it happened in the book, and I was like, both of y'all together? But both of y'all? It's giving weird. Regardless, I am chilling. I am waiting for my oatmeal to sit and soften. You know how like when you pour the oatmeal in the bowl and you put something on top of it so that the steam could like cook it. I'm gonna read this chapter. Guys, I have a headache. I don't know if it's a hunger headache or a tired headache, but if it's a tired headache, I'm just not. I was really gonna bow out to the tiredness. I was gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna take a little nap, a little nap, just get it out the way. But it's not even like worth it to continue to mess up my sleep schedule. I have 1 day to fix it, today and tomorrow. But like, do I really want to be tired all day tomorrow? And that's the day before I go to work? No, I want to be rejuvenated. So I will be going to sleep probably really early, but at like a decent early time. Not like at the times I've been going to sleep, because I'll stay up all night and read. And then, bitch, I'm so tired during the day, and I sleep during the whole day. So I'll go to sleep at like 6 or 7, sleep until like 6, then repeat the cycle. And that was fine when I was a child and I didn't have work to do, because in the summer when I was a child, I used to stay up at those hours and binge watch anime, and then I would go to sleep at like when everybody was getting up to go to work. Right before everybody was getting up to go to work, like my mom and my aunts or whatever, whenever anybody was getting ready to go to work, I knew their schedule. I would immediately go to bed because I just didn't want to deal with people and at that time in my life. And I would sleep all day, and by the time I would wake up, everybody be home from work, and you know, in their normal routines, and I just didn't have to deal with people and their complaints and their problems. So that was fun when I was a child. But I'm an adult now, so it's kind of hard to do that, especially because if I didn't have to work, I probably would continue this cycle. But now I have a job, which is both a good thing and a bad thing, because guess what? I'm going to be buying so many books, and you guys are going to see so many book hauls. But it's a bad thing because all my time will not be spent reading books the whole time. So I'm kind of upset. I'm kind of sad. I haven't had coffee in like days. But it feels like days. It probably hasn't been days. It might have been days. Like I said before, I really did not think I was gonna like this book. Like, that's why it was in my cart so long. I know, I was like, yeah, it was in my cart for a very long time. And I was like, I'm gonna buy it this time. And then I didn't. Because I was like, I just feel like I might not like this book at all. But reading it, it's actually really different from the books that I've read thus far, which is why I didn't think I would like it. But, you know, you never know until you try, and I actually do like it. I think I like the writing style. I like the story. I like the love that's in it. And it's cute. And I love it. There are some questionable things happening in this book, but men were questionable back in the day. Back in the day, and still to this day, men were questionable. They were questionable back in the day, but the difference is they were questionable back in the day and nobody questioned it. It was the norm. So I'm just like, everybody's like, why does Thetis, is that her name? Thetis, whatever. Achilles' mom hate humans, hate mortals. I mean, well, considering what happened to her, I would also hate mortals with like a passion. I'm surprised she doesn't hate the gods, because I'd be hating everyone. Like, I'd be preying on everyone's downfall. I know why she hates humans as a female, so that's fun. I'm hoping for a different ending, but I know I won't get a different ending because I know it's going to happen. I know I'm so stressed, and I know why I'm stressed, but I know this ending is gonna stress me out, and I'm gonna be bawling my eyes out, and I don't want to, because I don't really have the energy to do so. But we're gonna do it anyways. Let's do it. Let's go and do our thing. My bangs are kind of cute.
Outside on the window to learn how the world goes. We didn't know how to move on.
But I look bad, and that's fine, because it is literally 5:35 and I just finished Song of Achilles. And guys, oh my god, it makes me so sad that I'm so done with this book. It was an experience that I didn't think I would have. I didn't think I would enjoy the book. I was like, you know, I'm gonna read it, see what it's about, because people were talking about it for like over a year. And I read it, and guys, it just has a special place in my heart now. It's such a good book. It's so sad how it ended, and how like pride ended up taking over, and how Achilles, his mother, was like, I guess she wanted her son to be a certain way. And then when he wasn't, she kind of found a replacement, and then the replacement son wasn't everything she hoped for. He actually ended up doing the same thing that was done to her to someone else. So, and he was a hot mess. I did not like him. And when I found out that he died, I wasn't like great, but I was like, but guys, book was amazing. I give it a 5 out of 5. Can you guys believe that? I really enjoyed it, and I really liked the romance and like everything that was involved in it. And it made me so sad when everything happened, because guys, oh my god, I don't want to spoil it, but guys, you guys should definitely read it. If you have not yet read it and you guys are like, I'm gonna wait for the hype to die down, like me, I would recommend that you guys read this. Read it. It is such a good story. It is such a good book. The writing is beautiful, and I'm definitely gonna be looking up some more of her books if she has them. 5 out of 5, guys. Oh my god. I feel like I'm gonna think about this for days and days at a time. I'm so happy I picked up this book, honestly. I'm really sad though. There were so many amazing characters, and I really liked, what's her name? Brizes? I don't know how to pronounce her name. She was basically like taken hostage, and Achilles and Patroclus kind of took her in, and what happened to her, she was just going through a lot. But I just loved all the characters. I really loved Patroclus, and I felt like he was just like a lot of people try to like make him seem like he was just this angel. Obviously he killed people, but I think that he was definitely the light to Achilles at one point, just like Achilles was the light to him in the beginning. In the end, he ended up being the light to Achilles, because Achilles was doing some things. He was dealing with some things. He was getting very desensitized to everything that was going on, and I think that he needed that light. So guys, overall it was a 5 out of 5 stars. I would recommend anybody to read it. And yeah, guys, this is the end of the vlog. I really enjoyed it, this lovely book, and I hope that you guys pick up the book and read it. It was an enjoyable experience. Oh, the camera is so less forgiving on my iPhone. But I'm filming on my iPhone now. Sorry for the quality, but it is 5 o'clock and my camera is dead. Memory done. So I gotta transfer everything, but I'm too tired to do so. So this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see more reading vlogs, please let me know. Please let me know what books you would like to see reading vlogs. Yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure, if you did, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click that little notification bell so you get notifications of when I upload, and you get to see more of me and more of my content. So leave any book recommendations that you have down in the comment section down below. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.